Shalom Yashala, Call Halal Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Waha Rakah Kodash Barakatham. I like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and also salutations to the select number of Akyam who's out there pushing this truth and sincerity in four corners of the round earth, and the salutations to the select number of Aquat out there listening. This video that I have up on the screen, I had actually seen another video. So it's initially not the same video, but the same product and the same discussion, you know, within the two. The thing with this video is probably about 2 years old, but I seen a little short video on Yahoo News about, as we all know, period sex. You know, it's a lot. I know it's graphic, but they're really like pushing that vibration for that. Cause you know, when you go through YouTube and of course go through Google, they have anything from like 2 to 3 years. You know, you never, you know, really like, well, you know, you never really thought people to go this hard for it. But then again, we got to keep in mind this is Babylon. So they're going to go hard as hell. What I'm going to do, I'm going to let this video play. Then I'm going to get the scriptures to back it up how that's wicked, man. You know, we all know a woman who's on a menstrual cycle is to cleanse herself, man, to purify herself, man. Not for you to be getting down with a woman when she's on a cycle, man. For one, you know, a woman is having menstrual cramps, mood changes, you know, and it's be quite honest, it's filthy, man. It's filthy. So why would you even put yourself in that predicament? And also, some studies say it's not the wisest thing to do. Also, because it can be somewhat of a cause for an possible urinary infection. You know, for the man, of course. You know, it could become inflammatory for the skin. You know, among other things, man. You know, some sources say. You know, because you have some people try to, you know, of course, always advocate for it or justify it. Like, look, man, you know, let that, you know, let that woman in her box, you know, be purified. You know, let it rest. It's not that serious, man. That's, and on the cool, that's, you know, not pushing this vibration, but that's also an indication that the Most High made it possible for a man to deal with more than one woman. If that brother's spirit can handle that, you know, if that brother is in the spirit to be with more than one woman at a time, you dig what I'm saying? You know, of course, dealing, you know, having multiple wives is what I'm meaning, you know. So if a man can have, if the Most High has put that spirit on that man to have multiple wives, then so be it. You know, that's another indicator, man. You know, I'm gonna let this video play, and I'm gonna get some scriptures.
Definitely not. Speaking of women, I want to move on because there's a lot of buzz surrounding a new product that offers a solution to a typically messy problem. But is it safe?
Having sex when you have your period is not the biggest turn on for everyone. Some women lock it up for a few days and refrain. Others are carefree and go au naturel. But if you had the option to do the deed mess-free, would you? The newly disposable device Flex just hit the market, and their creators are hoping to empower couples well beyond the red zone.
So,
I just like the music. I like the music and the package. I mean, I meant the little gold package. No, so here's the thing, and I, all kidding aside, I do hear this from a lot of women as a gynecologist, and sometimes their partners, their boyfriends, their husbands, is that some people are not comfortable with having sex when a woman is having her period. And that is going to be an individual decision for both people, obviously. What this device is really designed to do is sit high up in the vagina, below the cervix, and literally act like a dam or block the blood from coming down. I have two kind of design issues with this. Number one, it's not airtight. So all you need is a couple of little red blood cells to move past it, because one would think there's some motion and movement in that area during sex. So it's not going to be placed. It's not like you're going to deploy it and then it's not going to move, number one. Number two, anytime you put a foreign body in the vagina, there is the possibility for erosions or some bruising along the side walls. And, you know, that remains to be seen. So I think if it's really important for a woman or her partner, or she wants to give it a try and she likes that gold package, go for it. And I think if you're going to be physically intimate with someone, you should be okay with most bodily fluids because stuff flies all over the place.
Well, yeah, and I think people...
It does.
I guess I never really even thought about this, but I suppose there are certain people who during that time of the month they just have no interest. But I don't think this would change that for them.
I have to agree with you.
But that time of the month can be a really good time of the month, right?
Not for me personally.
Okay.
It's really a nightmare, but I think a lot of women, there's a whole spectrum. Some women feel very aroused, very sexual during that time. I feel like I just want to pull my uterus out and throw it in the garbage. That's just me. But what I do like about this as a woman, not as a gynecologist, is that we are seeing more and more innovation for women, products for women, and all I can say is it is about time.
Yeah.
So if women like it, great.
Well, this product's available for pre-order. It ships in September.
And that's wicked, man. You know, everybody's sitting there laughing, man. That, you know, because the Lord is funny. The Lord can cause a big epidemic as well. You know, for that period sex that everybody in the crowd is cheering on, like that's the greatest quote unquote innovative thing that they've created for the woman, man. And that's wicked, man. You know, I'm gonna start in Leviticus chapter 15, verse 19. And if a woman have an issue, and her issue in her flesh be blood, she shall be put apart 7 days. And whosoever toucheth her shall be unclean until the even. And even when you look up with the menstrual cycle, man, it's 2 to 7 days. And it's your but hey, we're going by what Yahushua says. So it's gonna be 7 days, man, for the body to clearly to purify itself, man. You know? So you can really enjoy the benefits of being intimate with your wife, man. So, you know, why in the hell would you, push that, But we understand why, because we're in Babylon. Ain't no limits here in Babylon, man. You see how, what the Edomite said, well, if you're comfortable with your partner's bodily fluids, no, for one, if you in the spirit, and then for two, man, don't nobody want to be involved in that wickedness, man. But then again, we here in Babylon, for those who not in the know, they gonna be destroyed for that wickedness, man. Because everybody's advocating for that. As you seen the crowd of the women, and then I seen another video. I wasn't sure if I was gonna run with that one, but this one was more edifying. The video, and like she said the physician on the show, she said that some women become more aroused around that time. That's nothing more than Satan, man. Hey. The spirit of Satan works through women, because women are the weaker vessel anyway, man. So of course that's nothing but Satan. But women get more aroused, when it's their time of the month. Well, hey, they can get aroused all they want to, but they still need to sit their ass down, along with these guys, man, who are down for that, man. That's wickedness, man. I'll continue reading. This is verse 20. And everything that she lieth upon in her separation shall be unclean. So everything she's around shall be unclean. Because if you which a lot of brothers have, had wives or have wives or, ladies they dealing with at the moment. We all remember how some women can be around that time of the month, man. They're real particular of what they wear. It's not in a woman's best interest, if I'm not mistaken, to be wearing anything of bright colors just in case. Just in case. I've heard stories, man. So that used to be a particular issue. Like like the physician was saying, she, at that time of the month, she's letting you know, because according to the scriptures, you ain't supposed to be, we're not supposed to be around a woman around that time, man. If a brother lives with his wife, we're not supposed to be around that woman, man. We're supposed to be separated until she's purified after them 7 days after she's been cleansed, man. So why in the hell would you want to put yourself in that predicament? I'll tell you why. Because we're in Babylon, man, and Babylon has no limits. Talking about innovative, how's that innovative for you to possibly be infected, man? No, you may have something. That woman may have something in her bloodstream she didn't even know she had, and now your ass walking around with it, which is good for you because you're going off, man. You can't sit your ass down for 2 to 7 days, man. 2 to 7 days. Or, hey, or get you another wife, man. I'll continue reading. Matter of fact, I'll reread that. Salakia. And everything that she lieth upon in her separation shall be unclean. Everything also that she sitteth upon shall be unclean. And whosoever touches her bed shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water and be unclean until the even. Okay? That's you dash dudes out there, man. You want to sit there and lay with her, Now we know some brothers' situations is tight, Of course, you may not have nowhere else to dwell between 2 to 7 days, but we know, hey, through the spirit, we'd hope that a brother, wouldn't be partaking in this, That's Babylon juice at its worst, man. For you to, for them to push that vibration, man. Just for them to push, hey, let's, your wife coming in there with, that big ass condom, a flex condom, talking about I want to have sex. But you heard her the other day talking about, hey, ain't you on your period? Because this society is to cater to women, man. So that lets you know, man, we got to get the hell up out of here, man. I'll continue reading. Verse 23. And if it be on her bed or anything whereon she sitteth, when he toucheth it, he shall be unclean until the even. Hey, you're going to be unclean with her, man. So let alone if you sitting there and having intercourse with your wife while she's on her cycle, man. That's not the business, man. Verse 24. And if any man lie with her at all, and her flowers be upon him, he shall be unclean 7 days, and all the bed wherein he lieth shall be unclean. So that whole situation is unclean, man. Okay. Basically, man, that with the flowers being upon him, man, is if that issue of blood is touching you, man. Okay, for one, you're engaging in intercourse, so you're gonna be close to your woman, and like that physician said, any drops of the blood, you know what I'm saying, coming down, hey, you're gonna be unclean. So that's what that's going into, man. You're gonna be unclean just being around her, not even having intercourse with your old lady, let alone having intercourse with her. So you're gonna be hella unclean, man. It's not even, worth it, man. Just shows you, man, this place is wicked, man. This is confusion, for you to want to engage into something like that, man. Everybody's pushing something, man. Everybody's got to keep pushing the homosexual agenda. Everybody has to keep pushing this pedophilia agenda. Now they pushing, they've been, come to find out, they've been pushing this 3 to 4 years, if I'm not mistaken, this flex agenda, man. Having period sex, man. And be honest with you, coming up as a young man, I was always taught that, that nah, or told that, you'd meet up with a chick, because sometimes they would lower, when I was younger, they, lower you over there to their crib, and then they let you know, hey, well, I'm on so-and-so, so I can't do nothing. They wanted to see you, but they knew they couldn't do nothing. That was very deceptive, but it was still some dignity to, somewhat, for her, like, nah, I can't be, I can't be engaged in that. You know what I'm saying? But now they don't care, man. They've made a particular product so you can engage in it, which is wicked, man. Very wicked. Okay, I'll continue reading. Verse 25. And if a woman have an issue of her blood many days out of the time of her separation, or if it run beyond the time of her separation, all the days of the issue of her uncleanness shall be as the days of her separation. She shall be unclean. Okay, so I guess if those particular days run over and she's still on her cycle or something has happened, she's still unclean. I'll continue reading. Verse 26. Every bed whereon she lieth all the days of her issue shall be unto her as the bed of her separation. And whatsoever she sitteth upon shall be unclean as the uncleanness of her separation. Filthy, man. Complete filthiness. Verse 27, and whosoever toucheth those things shall be unclean, and shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water and be unclean until the even. Verse 28, but if she be cleansed of her issue, then she shall number herself 7 days, and after that she shall be clean. You know what I'm saying? You can wait, man. But, you know, like the elder always says, this is a microwave generation. Everything has to be on so-and-so's time, but not the Most High's time. And everybody's going to have to pay for that, man, who couldn't wait, who just had to follow their lust, man. And actually, this is actually being given up into your own lust, you know. I'll continue reading. And on the 8th day, she shall take unto her 2 turtles, 2 young pigeons, and bring them unto the priest to the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And the priest shall offer the one for a sin offering and the other for a burnt offering. And the priest shall make an atonement for her before the Lord of the issue of her uncleanness. You know, this is, being a sacrifice being made, for our uncleanness, taking part, in those acts such as that, in those times, man. Which is just complete filth, man. This place, man, has to be done away with. Okay. Matter of fact, let me get Ecclesiastes. Bear with me, Baba Kasha. Go to that 10 and 6. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place. Folly is set in great dignity, man. This is complete folly, man. For just for your own lust, man, to be so engulfed in the hypersexual generation, man. Everything is just hypersexual, man. Everything is just sex, man. And we get it. But man, the way, the way the society is set up, man, is destroying our people, man. And we know it's judgment and prophecy, but damn, man, for you to go that hard where you can't sit your ass down for 2 to 7 days is madness. And just straight up, man. Just straight up madness, So let me see. I'm going to finish off on this. This is Romans 1, verse 24. Wherefore the Most High also gave them up to their uncleanness through the lust of their own hearts, to dishonor their own bodies between themselves. Okay. And that goes all to the, to the freakism and to the things that are not of the Heavenly Father, man. And this was a prime example, man. It's so many prime examples, man. You have, once again, I'll go through it once again. You have the big agenda with the homosexuality, the big agenda with the pedophilia, for them justifying those weirdos, man, those freaks, and then now justifying this period sex. That's an abomination to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, man. Straight facts. I hope this was edifying for the Akim and Akwath. Once again, call halal Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua, Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua, Waharaka Kodash Barakatham. Once again, I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the select number of Akim who's pushing this truth and sincerity 4 corners around the earth. Okay, and also salutations to the select number of Akwath. Shalom.